Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Data Wizard. In this video we're going to discuss about the 11 websites to find free interesting datasets. If you are new to data space, or if you have recently learned a new skill, or just trying to build a more robust data science or analyst profile, a perfect way of solidifying your skills is to do some mini projects focused on your new skills. And do remember guys, this can be a question for you in your interviews, that from where to collect the data. So remember this question, this take this video as your interview question. So here the way you will answer is that I'm saying, okay, for first of all, the first site here we have with us is 538. 538 is an interactive news and sports site that has some incredible data visualizations which you should totally check out. They make a lot of their data open to public, meaning you can download and play with your source data yourself. Here are some examples. First is airline safety, contains information on accidents from each airline. Second is US weather history, historical weather data for the US. Study drugs, data on who's taking the Adderall in US. The second website for data collection is the BuzzFeed. Makes the data sets, analyzes, libraries, tools, and guides used in it, articles available on GitHub. Check them out to learn from some of the best. Here are some examples of BuzzFeed news are federal surveillance planes, data on planes used for domestic surveillance. Zika virus, data about the geography of the Zika virus outbreak. Third is the firearm background checks, data on background checks of people attempting to buy firearm. The third one is very famous, that's a Kaggle. Recently acquired by Google, is a place where you can learn, practice and fine-tune your data science analytics skills. They have tons of data that's open to public and allow users to platform to share code so you can learn best practices within the data space. They also host competitions where you can win real money if you have the top ranking model. There's no need to mention about their examples, it's very famous. The fourth one is our Socrata. Socrata hosts cleaned open source data, sources ranging from governments, businesses, and education datasets. Here are some examples for Socrata are White House staff salaries, data on what each White House staffer made in 2010, radiation analysis, data on what milk products in what location in US were radioactive, workplace fatalities by US states, the number of workplace deaths across the US. The fifth one is awesome public datasets on GitHub. The GitHub hosts a library of awesome public datasets. They are all sorted by category and link you can straight to the hosting website. Here are some examples. Global climate data, the climate information for every country in the world with historical data, in some cases back to 1929. The heart rate time series data. Two series of data contains 1800 evenly spaced measurements of instantaneous heart rate from a single subject. The plane crash database, the plane crash data from 1929 to now. The sixth is our Google public datasets. Google lists all of the datasets on the page. Google has a cloud hosting service called Google Cloud Platform (GCP), and now you can query using a tool called BigQuery to explore their datasets. You will need to sign up a GCP account, but the first 1 TB of the query you make are free. But be careful not to go over, you will have to pay. Here are some examples for Google public datasets. US name dataset contains all names from social security card application from births that occurs after 1879. Second, the Major League Baseball data. The data includes pitch by pitch data for Major League Baseball (MLB) games in 2016. Seventh website is our UCI Machine Learning Repositories. The University of California, Irvine hosts 440 datasets as a service to the machine learning community. These datasets are nice because most of them are squeaky clean and are ready for modeling. Here are some examples for UCI machine learning repositories. Iris dataset that you have seen most of the time in YouTube videos. If you're following, they provide you iris dataset. The most famous pattern recognition dataset. Wine dataset, using chemical analysis to determine the origin of wine. The forest fires, try to predict the burn area of the forest fires using the dataset. Eighth one is data.gov. Data.gov allows you to download and explore the data from multiple US government agencies. The data can range from government budgets to climate data. The data is very well documented, so you can have a easy time to navigate the resources. You can browse the dataset on data.gov directly without registering. You can browse by topic area or search for a specific dataset. Here are some examples. Food Environment Atlas contains data on how the local food choices affect the diet in school system finances, a survey of finances of school systems in the US. Chronic disease data, the data on chronic disease indicators in area across the US. The ninth one is our academic torrents. Academic torrents is the site that is geared around the sharing the data sets from specific papers. It has tons of interesting data sets. You can browse the data sets directly on the site and download if you want that or you are interested to that. Here are some examples for it are Aaron emails, a set of many emails from executives at Enron, a company that famously went bankrupt. Student learning factors, a set of factors that measures and influence the student learning. Third is our news articles that contains the news articles, attributes and target variables. The 10th website that we have Quandl. Quandl is a repository of economic and financial data. Some of the data are free while others are up for purchase. Here are some examples for Quandl datasets are entrepreneurial activity by race and other factors contains data from Kaufman Foundation on entrepreneurs in the US. Chinese macroeconomic data indicators of Chinese economic health. US Federal Reserve data, US economic indicators from the Federal Reserve. The 11th one is Jeremy Singer Wine. The Jeremy Singer Wine collects the awesome data set across the multiple resources. I have made this video because many of you guys have messaged me that they don't know from where to collect the data set or they are not getting a proper data set for their project. So there are 11 sites and there are a lot of tons of data. So guys, go ahead, visualize and improve your skill set as much as you can. So best of luck and don't forget to like the video, comment and share. Please subscribe the channel guys.